You should. A lady complained about no kids getting to swim in the pool, except like on the weekend or something.
All right, we're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Sorry, we're a few minutes behind schedule. Please forgive us.
I'm calling you.
I've asked Councilman Brashears to lead us in prayer and pledge. Please stand.
All right, let's pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you now to thank you for another day. And Lord, I do want to pray for the business that we hold here tonight, that the decisions we would make would be in the best interest of the city as well as just honor you. And Lord, I do want to pray for just the condition of our country right now as it bleeds down into our state and even into our municipalities. And Lord, I pray that we would just seek to honor you in all that we say and do. And I pray these things in the name of our Savior Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay.
Are we on?
Roll call, please.
Lamar,
Here.
Shropshire,
Here.
Bradshaw, here. Brashears,
Here.
Brown,
Here.
Trammell,
Here.
Smith,
Here.
All right, thank you. I do not have any petitions from the audience at this time. We're going to go to the addendum item 1, discussion and possible action to appoint Steve Brown to the vacant Ward 4, seat 1, city council seat, term ending April 30th, 2026.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion from Choya and a second from Smith. Discussion? Given none, we will call for the vote.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw, yes. Brashears,
Yes.
Brown,
Abstain.
Trammell,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and swear Steve in real quick. And then you can take your seat.
Thank you.
All right, you'll just, yep, you got it, raise that hand. We're going to start with the officer's loyalty oath or affirmation. So, please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution and laws of America
and the laws of the state of Oklahoma,
and the laws of the state of Oklahoma.
and that I will faithfully discharge,
I will faithfully discharge,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
or employment during such time
or employment during such time
as I am City Council Ward 4.
as I am City Council Ward 4.
Okay, that one's done. And then we have, I, Stephen Brown,
I, Stephen Brown,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Oklahoma
and the Constitution of the state of Oklahoma
and the Charter of the City of Pryor Creek,
and the Charter of the City of Pryor Creek,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
That I will not
That I will not
knowingly receive,
knowingly receive,
directly or indirectly,
directly or indirectly,
any money or other valuable thing
any money or valuable thing
for the performance or non-performance
for the performance or non-performance
of any act or duty
of any act or duty
pertaining to my office,
pertaining to my office,
other than the compensation allowed by law.
other than the compensation allowed by law.
I further swear or affirm
I further swear or affirm
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
my duties as City Council Ward 4, Seat 1,
my duties at Ward 4, Seat 1,
to the best of my
to
ability.
the best of my ability.
All right, there you go. Thank you. If you will sign right there. see you to meet you. All right, let's go to the consent agenda. Are there any items that we need to pull?
Yes, item number D is in Delta.
Okay,
Are you gonna have to pull, he's gonna have to,
yes, we'll have to pull item A. Steve, you'll have to abstain from item A. All right, if there are none others, I need a motion to approve B, C, E, and F.
motion?
Second.
I have a motion from Choya and a second from Bradshaw. Call for the vote when you're ready.
Shropshire?
Yes.
Bradshaw? Yes. Rushiers?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Trammell?
Yes.
Brown?
Abstain.
Smith?
Yes.
Lamar?
Yes.
Item A, approve the minutes of the October 7th, 2025 council meeting.
Motion.
I have a motion from Rushiers
I'll second.
and a second from Shropshire. We'll call for the vote.
Bradshaw? Yes. Rushiers?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Trammell?
Yes.
Brown?
Abstain.
Smith?
Yes.
Lamar?
Yes.
Shropshire?
Yes.
Item D, approve the signing, the agreement for funding and provision of services between the city of Pryor Creek and the Senior Citizen Nutrition Center in the amount of $5,000 approved in the General Government Budget Fund 201, 2025-2026 fiscal year.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion from Brown,
I'll second.
a second from Brashears. This is the agreement for the card center over by the high school. It was one of those things that even last year we opted to not fund, given the population that is dependent on those meals. So, further discussion on that? Okay. Call for the vote.
Rushiers?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Trammell?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Lamar?
Abstain.
Shropshire?
Yes.
Bradshaw? Yes.
Mayor's report. The item A, there'll be no action tonight on that. Well, that got pushed out due to their scheduling. Item B, discussion and possible action regarding a memorandum of understanding between Mays County Hope and the Pryor Creek Police Department to help reduce youth tobacco retail access in Pryor Creek, Oklahoma.
Motion?
I have a motion from Choi and a second from Bradshaw.
Thank you.
Harper, I'm guessing that you're going to
Yes,
talk about that.
I am
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So as I said, my name is Harper Meehan, and I was here a few weeks ago to talk about grants, but today I'm here to talk about an MOU that Mays County Hope would like to enter into with the Pryor Creek Police Department. So the purpose of this is to help reduce youth access to tobacco through primarily retail. This would allow us to, for Mays County Hope, to work with the Pryor Creek Police Department to go out and conduct compliance checks. How this
We'll talk loud. Account 44445554.
bid playground.
The same way I think you would get a quote, send me a bid, it's still a quote, we open it up, see who's got the best deal.
Inventory, something, no grab out of stock.
Yeah. I mean,
Are these quoted as installed or just
No,
as?
we, it's all complete, but we install.
So would a quote suffice if you're just buying the equipment other than a bid where they put it in?
Not for me, it wouldn't,
Well, I'm just wondering legally.
that's what I'm getting into.
In his opinion, number 5, all city purchases of equipment, vehicles, fixed assets, or improvements to property over 2,500 requires bidding. And I think this was part of the discussion whenever we were talking about the purchasing manual, is that that's some of the language that if we want to change that, we're going to have to clean up the ordinance with it.
Looking at the actual code, because it's 213 is what I cited to.
And Frank, you had, what, originally 8 different quotes is what you presented?
10
10
altogether.
quotes to the park,
For
and they
3
whittled it down to
companies.
the 3.
Yeah.
well, the issue with bidding too is you have to specify exactly
All right,
what
here's
you
your.
want, and whatever.
Well, if you custom do it, that's a whole
way higher.
custom,
Yeah.
the prices go out. These are, all your
Right.
playground during the fall, that's when they do their big sales.
Mhm.
So 213 is the section, and then subsection C is bidding. That's where I was pulling that from. So the actual wording is when required, no public contract for the purchase of equipment, vehicles, and any other fixed asset or improvement to property, whether real or personal, which purchase is in excess of 2,500, or any other purchase that the mayor, or in his absence, and then where all that stuff. City council shall authorize the purchase and decline to approve the purchase or request new quotations or bids. However, 2,500 may be waived for good causes, essentially the same. Doesn't apply to inventory, consumables, professional services.
So playground equipment, of course, is a fixed asset, so to speak.
But this is, let's forget that one. You might be okay with this. So, the appropriate committee chairman and majority of the committee feels the necessity to bid shall be purchased until there has been a solicitation for competitive quotations on prices for bids, which shall be submitted to the city council.
Okay, read the last couple sentences of that again.
How about I just read that whole thing?
Yes, please.
So this is 2-1-3C is where this is at in your ordinances. No public contract for the purchase of equipment, vehicles, and any other fixed asset or improvement to property, whether real or personal, which purchase is in excess of $2,500, or any other purchase that the mayor, or in his absence, the appropriate committee chairman and majority of the committee feels the necessity to bid shall be purchased until there has been a solicitation for competitive quotations on prices or bids, which shall be submitted to the city council for consideration. The city council shall authorize the purchase, decline to approve the purchase, or request new quotations for bids. However, the $2,500 quote/bid requirement may be waived by the city council if the city council determines that the same will be prudent to do so and in the best interest of the city.
Didn't it say quotation in there?
Said quote.
It says quote in that.
It says
Quotes
quote.
on bids.
Feels the necessity to bid shall be purchased until there has been a solicitation for competitive quotations on prices.
So was there a solicitation for proper quotations? Was this published? Or is it just calling up or an email to, on the
That's-
phone to a vendor?
So I think you have to publish.
If we bid, we have to publish. If we get quotes, we can call.
Right.
Or they can call us.
How many
whatever.
different companies? I know the one company gave you 2.
I called 3 companies, which I ended up getting 2, but it was after the park board had picked out the 3 from the other 8.
So you came to the park board with 8,
I came to park board with 8.
then got 2 more later. And these are the 3 that the park board forwarded.
I don't have a problem with the equipment. I just want to make sure we're doing it legal.
Did you do the quotes?
I don't want to call each company.
I think in reading that, it's if the council, you've done what you're supposed to do, if the council wants to send it to bid. Otherwise, you can approve anything over 25.
But on the flip side of that, we're not even really aware of it until this meeting, so we didn't have enough time to decide whether we wanted to go out for bids or not. It's just being kind of thrown out to us tonight that here it is, and if you don't
Well, yeah,
make the sale by Friday, then you're gonna lose the good deal.
I think tonight would be your decide if you want to go to bids or not.
It doesn't have to be preemptive, is what.
Right, so there's no way you could vote for it until he brought it to you.
And it was presented and broadcast in the public park meeting.
So we can't vote on a quote.
Yeah, you can vote on a quote, that's what he's saying.
That's what I'm thinking. So
I think we're good to move forward, is what he's saying.
that's what I'm getting to.
Okay, I want to ask a few questions for clarification on the proper procedure for this before we vote. Several instances, this has come up now with the same kind of problem. And we run into it every time on these quotes, purchases, everything. Why don't we slow down and come up with get the ordinance committee to come up with the proper procedures and policy for the city, and everybody is educated on it, to where we don't have to run into this problem every time it comes up, and it looks like it makes the department heads, it makes the mayor, it looks the council all look bad, that we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Well,
We really don't, or
I'm
either,
gonna disagree, because first of all, the amounts for all of those things you're referencing have all been over different thresholds. In my interpretation, when I read that, I interpreted that we had done this right. I feel like, the effort that was put forth by the park director and the park board, were above and beyond, and until we get that ordinance done, which will be months, we can't put our purchasing on hold. And we make a lot of purchases over 2,500, Terry. So,
well, maybe if we put some of those purchases, because it's not an emergency or a necessity that we buy a piece of playground equipment tonight. That's not really in the best interest of the city to do it quickly. Maybe we should this would be an incentive to get our proper procedures and policies in place and get this stuff fixed to do it right.
I also think we have to look at the fact that all of our playground equipment companies are running end-of-season promotions that are cheaper than state contract pricing. And Playworld, is that who was it? Playworld or Happy Playground? Those are all state contract prices anyway. This pricing is lower than that.
Yeah, they have state contract, the sale price is cheaper than the state contract.
And when is that sale price ending?
October 31st. And I waited, just wait till the budget got approved, or I would have started a little,
But this is part of your capital outlay budget, right?
yeah.
Which we have not even approved a capital outlay budget yet for the city.
Correct, and we talked about that.
Yes,
today,
we
Mr.
did.
Lamar. So.
And it doesn't necessarily make it the proper way to go, but yes, we did talk about it.
Correct.
I do think if it's on a sale price, waiving any of that, I think that's a valid reason for it, if it's prudent. Because it doesn't say emergency situation, it's prudent to do so in the best interest of the city. I do think that would qualify if that's on sale, to be prudent to do it on sale.
And I guess a good cheap price is kind of in the best interest of the city.
Correct.
But we still have the fact that we need a proper
So that was,
purchasing policy.
that was kicked back to the ordinance committee already. That's already been done. They discussed that in your,
I would love to talk about that for just a second. It's not fair to put it on the backs of 3 of us to try to expect what the 8 or 9 of us want to do. And like, the ordinance committee exists for a reason, but it's not to try to collectively, without any input, figure out what everybody wants. It's impossible to do.
It's also a 30-something page doc memorial that you guys drafted originally, that now you're going back and.
what we were working
But
on.
we're making changes that we don't even know we're supposed to make. Like, how am I supposed, I don't have a magic 8 ball that works.
We're
Yeah,
6 months
That's what I'm
in.
saying, it's at the point, maybe we just put that back on the agenda here, go through the thing line by line. Cause it's,
It's painstaking, but I don't know what else we're supposed to do, and I mean, at the O&I committee, we talked about, you were gonna get with department heads and come back by the next meeting, and then we can try to, but that still doesn't collectively get what 8 of us want to do.
What the council wants.
Well, and the other thing that we need to realize is that bidding process, there's a lot more to that than just putting a bid out. And now with the obstacle that we have with the legal publications, that makes that a much more in-depth process. Let me be very loud and clear. We will follow the law and we will do the laws as we are required to. But just know that unnecessary bidding is a tremendous time and energy effort for, one, whoever's gonna write that bid, which, larger bids are gonna have to be either contracted out at this point or something. And the other is that those bids are going to have to be taken and delivered to Claremore for the time being. And then again, there's a lot more to that than just bidding. I think if we have the opportunity to do quotes for something that is, that is here and apparently doable, I think it's in the best interest of us to get that moving.
Is this something that we've gotta have if the kids right there playing on bare ground, there's no toys out there?
It's where we took the jungle gym out when you pull into the splash pad. And the slide is there's probably fixing to come out, so you're just going, the thing is, this kind of helps upgrade, it's ADA. I'm getting rid of the sand, it'll have chips, it'll be finally the first ADA truly approved thing in Whitaker.
The plan sounds good, I'm just wondering about the timing of what we're sitting here talking about. The sand that needs to be gone, I agree with you.
Yeah, and all that, I guess, even if y'all don't approve it, we're probably gonna take everything out in that corner that will be just a bare spot. One other upside to the one we're picked out is it gives me a lot more to mulch. There's enough extra, I can actually take care of a second toy without replacing a toy. I can make 2 ADA for the price of 1, more or less.
Mayor, my concerns, and I'm not saying I am not voting for this. I'm just saying the concerns are we doing it legal? And we need to get a firm purchasing policy procedure in place, which again, is on to the committee over there and we're waiting to do that. But by golly, we need to get it done and moved on. And I am not, Tyler, I've been a proponent of wanting this done for a long time. I am in favor, I'm not on that committee, but I'm willing to jump in there to help with ideas and writing. And as you well know, I sent everybody on this council, including yourself, the chair, I assume the committee, Oklahoma City's purchasing policies as something to go by. And I heard it from a couple of people, well, there are some good things in that. But I'm willing to jump in there to help. But again, I'm not on that committee, so I don't know if I can come to a meeting or not.
We don't know where to cut or.
Right.
So it's a very difficult task for us to try to figure out what people want to leave in or what might or might not be a good idea. It might suck to do what Chase is talking about, sitting here all night, but I don't know how else we're supposed to get there.
well, and I think I mentioned it, because I went through that purchasing thing he sent from OKC, and there is some good stuff, but it can get very you gotta remember the manpower they have. They have an entire division of purchasing. We don't have that, and so a lot of the policies they use are very good that we could implement. The actual practicality of how they enforce those and do them day to day, we don't have the manpower. So there's a mixture of that, and I think that's exactly where Tyler's at, is he doesn't know where.
Maybe it's time the city comes up with a purchasing agent department. And I know that at one time, it was talked about in the budget that we are gonna have an extra person, I think, freed up in the budget for the city clerk's office. So maybe it's time to talk about a purchasing department with
Let's
that
get back
person
on
handling
track
nothing
about
but.
this
Yes.
item here, please.
Well, I'll say, so to get back on track, as far as legal, if you did quotes, I think you're good to go. Anything between 2,500 and 50,000, under your ordinance, you can do that. Over 50, state law requires
Right.
bidding, so you can't go with that.
So is this legal to do it this way?
Yeah, if he did the quotes, it sounds like he did.
Call for the vote.
Call for the vote.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw. Yes. Rushiers,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Smith,
No.
Okay. Item 3, approve an expenditure in the amount of $41,398.25 to OMAG for property insurance policy PRO 14000333010 from general insurance property account 02-201-5045. This is the second quarter payment.
Motion.
We have a motion from Rushiers
Second.
and a second from Smith. Nope, Brown. Sorry, you guys sound a lot alike. I apologize. Again, remember, we broke these annual payments into quarterly payments, so this is, like it says, the second quarterly payment. We call for the vote.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw. Yes. Rushiers,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Lamar,
Yes.
All right, City Attorney's report. Introduction, first reading and discussion of an ordinance amending the City Code of Pryor Creek, Oklahoma by amending the requirements for a taxi cab license to reflect the requirements of the state of Oklahoma. Pursuant to Section 19 of the City of Pryor Creek, this ordinance shall not be passed on the date of introduction.
Motion stated.
Second.
A motion from Brown, second from Shears. Discussion.
What this is somebody came in to apply for a taxi cab permit and reviewing it. Our ordinance was out of date, so our requirement required a commercial chauffeur's license, but the state of Oklahoma doesn't have that anymore, so this is just striking the word chauffeur's license and replacing it with having met all requirements set by the state. It's just updating it to reflect the state. What the state has done is basically federal created CDL licenses. The state's basically adopted the federal wording. But instead of putting the word CDL in, I decided it's probably better just to put meeting all requirements. That way if they ever amend it again, we don't have to go back and do this in 50 years. That's all it is.
And I think as we go forward, you're gonna see more people asking about this with Uber and ride shares. This one specifically was asking for a taxi, not Uber.
Do the Uber and ride shares have to buy a permit with the city too?
As of right now, we don't have a permit for that, so, but there's,
The bond, at one time they had to have a bond or something in the city, is that the way?
There may have been, well, if that's in there, that's not the portion we're amending, I can tell you that. This isn't the entire taxi ordinance, this is only the section for
Strike.
requirements.
further discussion? Call for the vote.
Bradshaw. Yes. Rushiers,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire.
Yes.
Wait, this is first reading, right?
Mhm.
So we don't need to vote.
Oh, okay.
Well, we
just
got
voted.
one. All right. All right, item B, second reading, discussion and possible approval of an ordinance changing and amending zoning classification from agricultural to residential 70 of the property described as follows. This is for A&R.
Make a motion to
Waive the
to
reading.
waive the reading.
Okay, so we have a motion, including to waive the reading from Shears,
I'll second.
second from Shropshire. Discussion.
No, this is that old 20.
Yep.
property.
Yep, second reading, that's all it is.
Yep.
I will make a note at the bottom, I want to make sure we stay on these till we're all familiar with it. Vote of the majority of all members of the council shall be required for the final passage of this ordinance pursuant to 11-102 if passed. This ordinance shall be published once in a newspaper of general circulation in the city of Pryor and shall not take effect until 30 days after such publication pursuant to section 20 and 65 of the charter of the city of Pryor Creek, Oklahoma.
I have a question about that.
I was gonna bring that up.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to read that, so.
You mentioned Claremore on the bids, and I don't ever see it circulated over here, so how is that gonna?
I will tell you,
Qualify.
I received a need a newspaper in the mail today. I don't know where that came from, but I suspect they are trying to increase circulation down there.
I've never
What
seen
about
the daily progress over
I-
there.
Also,
I
roll.
didn't even know what it was when it came in.
I can say that the sheriff's
hang on.
department, we are now using the Veneta Daily Journal
Terry, did you wanna?
for our
To the
publication.
podium, please. The library is looking at who's gonna be our legal paper of record, so we will get a subscription to whatever paper that is. And then also with all the new papers coming up. So the library will have whatever paper we put our legal advertising in whenever we decide what that is.
One of the issues that we face that, this won't be a county problem, but it's a Pryor problem, is Pryor's charter, and it was the email I sent out maybe this weekend, whenever I was looking at this last. Our charter specifically says published and circulating in Pryor. State law doesn't actually have that verbiage. State law just has published, but then it has a definition of published. We don't have that. I told Terry today, I talked to him on the phone, I think I'm gonna issue a legal opinion on how we should go forward with that. But until I do a little bit more research, I don't wanna say what that is.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
What is circulated?
That's part of the legal opinion, is what do these words mean?
Okay.
So I think circulate is also defined in one of the statutes. So what makes this kind of interesting, I explained this to Terry. When you look at state law, different things require different publications. So where something says this has to be published by law, that publication might not mean the same thing as another section of the law that says this must be published. So for example, what a city ordinance says it needs to be published, that might not mean the same thing that a foreclosure has to be published, but they both say the same words. If you look up the definition of what published means in both of those different acts, it might be a different definition of what that means. The problem is Pryor's charter doesn't define what the word publish means, so we need to figure out if that isn't defined, what does it mean? Does it rely on Title 11 Act? Does it rely on just a basic Webster's Dictionary, which it might actually, Title 43, I mean, there are several different places where must be published is found in law for different reasons, and each one has a different definition. So that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. If we can't comply by the black letter of what our charter says, how can it be interpreted that we can still do it? Does that make sense?
Is digital media considered published at this point?
Not under any of the statements.
Okay.
There are places where it says also digital, like if a city has a website, I think there's some places say published here and on the website, but I don't think it just, there's anywhere that defines that as published.
Just spitballing here. If the state came down and said, and included that under their definitions of published, do you think that would also apply to us?
Possibly. That's kind of what I'm looking at. So there's an entire act, which Tim knows about because he's been reading a lot of it. There's an entire act that explains what a newspaper is by law.
Right.
And so I think whatever the publication means, I think it probably qualifies under that act regardless of which area of law, foreclosure, probate, ordinances, any of that. I think that still is when it says published, that type of newspaper under that act is what it's talking about. And I also think it's gonna be different because we just had the estimate of needs. We just had to publish that. And the estimate of needs definition under state law is different than what the ordinance definition of publication is. So I think we got the estimate of needs taken care of, no problem. It was an easier one. But this is a very odd predicament as put Pryor in. This is kind of where I'm going. To summarize that.
You or Mr. Lawson may know, but in order to begin running legal publications, don't you have to be established for 2 years as a weekly newspaper?
It's 2 years.
So,
You actually have to publish a paper for 100 and
yeah, that's correct, 104 weeks consecutive.
And you can,
miss a certain
say, you can lose that certification even after you get it.
Right.
I think is it 2? If you miss 2 in a row, you lose your certification once you have it,
Yeah.
with limited exception.
Meaning, this is a 2-year problem at minimum,
Could be.
Maybe.
likely. Okay. Possibly.
There's a law that was supposed to be introduced, but it didn't get introduced. They're hoping to introduce it again in February, then it'll make it a 52-week issue.
Okay. 18-month issue then. Because it'd be May when they get out of session, so.
Yes.
But for tonight, we're good, right?
Yeah, well, to pass this.
No.
You can pass this regardless, it's
Right.
just when do we publish it? But that doesn't impact your vote, that's after the fact.
Right, it can only go into effect after we've published it.
Right, and it
So we
doesn't
could
get published
pass it
until
and
the
get it all
fact.
done, but it may be 2 years before the ordinance can do anything. So we just need
Surely
to all
we
be
can find
aware.
a solution, but yeah, you're correct.
What about posting?
This had to be posted when it was done.
Well, I mean, even on the final, what about posting it here and at the courthouse?
I don't believe that's going to be a county rule.
Well, I mean, if we, for publication purposes, if we post it here.
So there is, and I'm going off memory here when I was doing research the other day, there is something about you can publish like 13 places around the
I was gonna say, like we talked about, it was 10
10
places around.
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna apply to our ordinances is the problem.
Okay.
Because that's what's making this difficult for Pryor in particular, is our charter has more specific wording of what we require when we change something than state law does. That's where our hangup is. And because it's in our charter, we can't just go amend it, we have to actually take that to a vote, which can take 2 years anyway. But as far as your vote on this tonight, that everything we just discussed should not impact your vote, it's just if you pass it,
We
we'll
got
do
it.
application after.
Thank you. Thank you for your look on, your work, research on that. All right, we'll go ahead and call for the vote.
Rushiers,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Smith, Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Bradshaw. Yes.
Hey guys, it's that time again. Possible executive session pursuant to the Oklahoma Open Meeting Act for purpose of confidential communication with the attorney regarding Pryor Municipal Utility Board versus Gonthier Chris, Mays County, CV 2024-26, 25307B4.
Motion.
We have a motion from Bashirs,
I'll second.
second from Choya. Call for the vote.
Brown,
Yes.
Trammell,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Lamar,
Yes.
Shropshire.
Yes.
Bradshaw. Yes. Rushiers,
Yes.
We'll be right back. We need to get with Mr. Backwater and find out where that. Thank you.
I'm waiting to see, because it's $200 no matter which paper we go to. So, and I don't wanna do all this.
Well, these guys would get their crap together and get a paper going.
I wish we would have known ahead of time so we could make a plan instead of the day of. I'm not bitter. No. That's, I'm not bitter.
Warm in here, is it not?
Yes, it's hot, thank you. Thank you.
It's not my blood pressure, it's just you're bundled up in a sweater.
I feel good, that's all that matters.
sometimes, and it's on Saturdays and Sundays only. I'm like, when did that happen? So then everybody on Facebook says, we need to talk to them park board people. I'm like, that's not park board. Can you please stop saying that? They were saying some nasty things about park board. I'm thinking, well, anyway, it's like, that's
You're on board.
That doesn't make sense. That's not.
Yeah.
That didn't used to be that way.
It's one of those.
I remember when I was, when I was going from self-employed to employed for that year. My friend's kids. So you pay the regular daily fee.
Golf course,
Yeah.
$10 on.
Does it come out?
Was it the new employee maybe?
I don't know, I wasn't there. That's all it was said to them.
Doesn't matter.
That they come in unless it's family swim time.
And then he's a
Swim time is
photographer
only
that goes
on
around. He
weekends.
didn't.
Maybe they made an exception because it was holiday.
You're
No, period. I mean, I think they have classes and stuff, but that can be scheduled. You have classes that are scheduled and they can't swim during those times.
Well, she should have went and talked to Mike
Yeah.
first before going to Facebook. Where's the one now?
I don't ever go.
Everybody goes to Facebook. Nobody asks who actually knows things. They just do the homework rather than people riled up. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll get on there and go like.
this one likes to ride people.
No.
So do you.
Not as bad, not as bad. Hey, I'm telling you.
I played the fifth.
Young people be there like Thursday night.
That's what was listening to.
The GOP.
Oh, no, thanks.
You know what, I'm just about to decide on it.
Looking at the budget, I'm like,
Is this him up there?
No,
Then
he
you
never
would
comes.
Trust me.
And I beg him to come
I
every
just
time.
heard what was going on, so I
Yeah.
started.
Oh.
That, when you have it that last minute,
All this happened.
like that, I'm sorry.
Well, but you know.
I didn't get one on Saturday, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that, see, I didn't either.
I got,
I bet Tim did.
I got money invested.
He didn't get one.
I think they picked on you.
I sit myself down.
They made that abundantly clear at that first meeting at JL's when they voted,
And I got coming out.
Right,
I got
Radcliffe in
newspaper coming out.
and made Moffitt the chairman and vice chairman.
That's the difference.
Mr. Moffitt, 'cause I was mad about the,
He runs the show.
I don't care,
He runs the show.
he doesn't care.
when they was talking about committee members and the committee members that were removed and were never voted back in, but they were just arbitrarily fell off, which we're still waiting on that.
He's talking.
When we was trying to answer on that, I was just listening. And Mr. Moffitt looks at, well, and he goes, well, we don't care, we know you all just want Alex in here, so we're voting tonight. It was all about stacking that deck, and he made it abundantly clear right then and there.
Well, I have a message into the state right now questioning, they did not have a quorum at 5:30.
And that's when it should have started, and you know,
Exactly.
at time when we don't sit around and keep
You
waiting.
don't know, because I wanted somebody, and then Billy says, did you check to see if they're even members of the committee? I didn't think about
But,
that.
I mean, you have to, they're supposed to sign in.
Right, they
Show their
did.
ID, like the first one that we
They
did,
didn't
I
say that,
made,
they just,
Say yes.
I made, see, that's, I know, because the second time that we had that meeting with theirs, they didn't check ID.
no.
You just came in.
They knock it out.
When we did the first one,
That's what theirs is.
at JL's,
You'll never.
I do with people, I'm like, who are you, and, well, they're just a yes. Okay, well, they can't be here when we're voting,
Right,
because they're not on.
yeah.
So I went through and made sure everybody, I made, well, my ID's in the purse, well, let's never go get it.
Yeah.
Give me something, either a voter ID
Yeah.
or.
There was that,
Because
and
they
then
didn't do that.
Well,
they made the decision between themselves that all meetings are now informational unless it is a.
Well,
So we're talking about committee meetings.
yeah, just committee meetings. So what they did, what Pat did is, the meeting is a discussion, that she went through all the agenda items, and we discussed it. But then, when those two people came in at 6 o'clock, 30 minutes later, then we started the meeting.
Who came in?
I don't even know. Huh?
You can't make an information call, you can't discuss business.
Well, you can't discuss without voting.
Without voting, you just have to have votes to have quorum.
But my point is.
I mean, you have to have quorum to have a vote.
Right, there was no quorum for 30 minutes. The meeting started at 5:30. So,
That one's gonna be
That's
tough
where
one
switching
because,
back
I mean, they did business, I mean, they were discussing things, so you can't, it would be hard if they were delaying.
well, I feel like that's what was happening.
Chase is down apparently.
Stuff, so, yeah, so it made I just was hoping I had one. I should have, and really if I don't.
I don't see that.
It'll be.
Chase, does OML have any opinions on the legal publications?
Damn.
Do you all have all the
Anybody, whole
purchase,
meeting.
Bruce, do you guys have all the purchase orders down here?
We hadn't got these.
Got that.
Waiting on you.
Well, me, all right, that's fine.
Pass that down, make sure everybody's signed, please, sir.
Backwater and find out where he's at with that status of the,
It's AWS, that's what it is. Went down and killed everything.
probably.
Destroyed everything yesterday.
I mean, tomorrow, Joya, budget committee, just so you're aware, with Jeff, Dennis, and Mike to wrap up those last remaining budgets.
Okay,
So,
the golf course and,
yep, rec.
Okay.
So I'll let you know how that goes after, so we can set a date.
all right.
Item B, ordinance and insurance.
12:30.
Okay. And street maintenance.
The 28th of October, if needed.
And I did notice today, Terry, that there are now barricades from 10th to 11th, or 11th to 12th, one of those they've put up.
Since we talked today,
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Good.
just- I think they just came up this afternoon.
so,
I'm glad, I was scared to death, we hired somebody, the same ones that done Highway 20.
no, we're. All right, any unforeseeable business?
Yeah, question. What kind of miracle boat, governor signing, whatever else, get our microphones to work? We tried this since I've been here, with the microphones don't work, can we get somebody to fix it?
So that's what the comment and I know I didn't say it loud enough for that end of the bar to hear it. We had Mr. Backwater. Backward?
Backward, Salina.
Backward.
We had that dude come in here and he gave us a full assessment. I just literally said, we need to follow up with him and find out where that's at.
Is he the one been working on it before? Is it different?
No.
Different guy.
No.
Good, okay.
It's one of your Salina hometown boys over there.
All right, I do have one thing I'm gonna ask Bridget to come up and talk about real quick, just give the announcement. I'm not doing it, I want you to do it. You applied for it, you got it for us, so tell them what we got today.
So Pryor Main Street, on behalf of the EDTA and the city, wrote a grant for the Community Marketing Partnership Grant through the Oklahoma Department of Commerce. We were notified today that we did receive that, so that'll be $50,000 matching, so a total of $100,000 to go for marketing the city of Pryor.
So, again, I want to reiterate, Bridget wrote that, did it, and got that for us. Adam was notified today that was an outstanding application and that the city resounded exactly what they wanted. So,
Great.
I would read the screenshot of what he sent, but it cut off after congratulations. So, thank you. Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I have a motion from Lamar and a second from Brashears. You can call for the vote when you're ready.
Smith? Lamar?
Yes.
Shropshire?
Yes.
Bradshaw? Yes. Rushiers?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Trammell?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Okay, we will call to order the Pryor Public Works Authority. Approve the minutes of the October 7th, 2025 meeting.
Motion.
I have a motion from Brashears
Second.
and a second from Choya. You can call for the vote when you're ready.
Lamar?
Yes.
Shropshire?
Yes.
Bradshaw? Yes. Rushiers?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Trammell?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Abstain?
You'll
Oh,
have to abstain from that one.
I'll abstain
Smith?
Yes.
Okay. Approve claims for purchase orders for the Pryor Public Works Authority through October 21, 2025.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion from Choya and a second from Brashears. Call for the vote.
Shropshire?
Yes.
Bradshaw? Yes. Rushiers?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Trammell?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
There's you hollering.
Half the council is BR.
Smith?
Yes.
Lamar?
Yes.
I have no unforeseeable. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion from Brashears and a second from Choya. Given that we started a little late, guys, we finished it in an hour. Call for the vote.
Yes. Rushiers?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Trammell?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Lamar?
Yes.
Shropshire?
Yes.
Adjourn.
All right. That wasn't too bad, was it?
Right here, brother.